So hello, on the Monday here, welcome to my review of Ancient Magus Bride 2, Your episode 2, right? I found it a really good episode. This is easily another like 9 or 10. No, but this anime will for sure probably be the best anime season, right? I think, I mean, it's like, I love Soma, and I love Mahoutsukai, but this anime really has a lot of stuff right going for it that is just, it's kind of obvious in a way, because it feels like an anime that has both like the product quality value, like it's really, really beautiful, breathtaking animation, scenery is amazing, like all the quality, all the detail in the scenes, all of that, the anime is going for it, right? So you really feel this is like a really high product anime, this one alone. And then it has, of course, it's kind of comedic, definitely has a lot of like, you know, drama and tension and characters, and it's a mystery world, right? Takes place in our world, but it has magic, so there's a Harry Potter feel to it, especially because we're in London, but yeah, like it has a lot of stuff going for it. So I can easily see this is gonna be a huge anime. Especially, I think that this anime is gonna, you know, really like talk to a lot of like non-anime watchers. I would say that's probably one of the biggest things I think with this anime, that this is gonna probably be an anime. As soon as it gets out more in the medium, right, it's gonna be one of the animes people can pick up and say, yeah, it's like Harry Potter, but the anime instead, but it's better in way, and so on. So I can definitely see it happening, definitely, for sure. But anyway, then, what's so good with it then? Well, first of all, again, the details I think is really, really good. Like one scene, I didn't see it for my first, when I said I rewatched the episode for this review, and like when her mother commits suicide, in front of her, of course, because it has to be sad, right? You can even see her mom in the reflection of his eyes. So she's looking at it, right? You see her mom for the flowers, we see them at the window, and then we see she's staring, and I can actually see her mom like, in the eyes reflection. And then you see the window, you know, flowing up, right? Because of the air when she opens the window, and of course jumps, right? So that's like a really good detail there. That thing with the eye, you see the blind is like following up, right? Because the air is, yeah, like backdraft and so on. So there's a lot of good stuff there. And we can of course question why her mother died and so on, but I think I want to say one thing here right away though, which I was thinking about when I saw the preview next week. So the theory here is that I could picture her not being full human, right? Because also she gets spirit and so on, but also because I think she was very clear with Elias. He was like, okay, did you know your parents? Or did they abandon you? He was like, oh, my mom died in front of me. So he was like, okay. I was like, yeah, okay. But also I never met my father. She has no idea who her father is. And in the preview, you see the dragon kidnapping her, right? Taking her to Dragon Island or whatever. Which you can assume is Greenland, because it's Iceland. It's like, who could hide dragons? Hopefully it's Greenland. And in the preview, like the dragon talks to her like, welcome home, or, you know, yada yada, kind of in that sense. So I'm gonna try to see her say that she might be half dragon, you know, something like that. I can see it happening, right? Because her mom is like, you know, never told about the father. We know there's magic, so obviously her mom could be with either, you know, some kind of spirit stuff, right? Some kind of fairy, whatever. Yeah, that makes so much sense. There'll still be a dragon, of course, saying that she probably is a half human, right? I think that's pretty fair to assume. And her mom probably went crazy by her being surrounded by spirits, right? Probably. Her mom probably could see there was something similar as well, and she probably went crazy because she is beloved by the spirits, right? And they are mischievous to her. She probably went crazy from that. I'm just gonna guess that. But anyway, there's a theory I have there. But I love the lizard. I love the lizard. First, it's like he keeps floating around and has her in her lap, and she's like, yeah, little lizard, it's just cute. And I just laughed because I was saying, I was watching it. I hope it follows her home, and then we see she like is getting fed by her landlady fairy, right? And the lizard pops up behind the couch. I was like, yes, it's here. I love that. It's like. Some people, like me, we have really good. Some people have really good like skills with animals, right? And you can see them befriend like wild dogs and cats and so on. And honestly, I am like that. I like when I lived in Ireland, I lived in London as well, and so I have to recognize some scenery here, right? And when I lived in the favorite island, I had like 3 times happened to me that I had like stray dogs following me home. I was like, oh, a dog! I'm back from work. And they would like follow me, they would follow me home and so on. I'd be like, I can't get rid of it now. I didn't feed it, it just kept following me. Stuff that happens to me when I was living in Turkey. I had cats jumping up to me, playing with me, and so on. Like the guard, I'm sitting in the beach like a cat, he attacks me, so on, right? Like in a playful way and so on. I don't know what it is, but I would say, I don't know, animals likes me, right? Like I love the scene there, because it's like, well, spirit animal likes you. It's like you can't get rid of them, they follow you home. So I just loved it. I was like, yeah, of course, you can't get rid of them. I love that. That was great. But also, like, that was funny and so on. But I also, again, I love the quality of it, because you can see when she was like freezing the world with crystals around her, right? You also could see that the lizard was standing in this like crystal ice thing, and was like, "Oh, my legs, I can't move now." Yeah, I was getting scared. So those kind of like details, that's the first thing I think with anime, honestly. The maximum quality, right? Because yes, the story is good, the characters are good, the comedy is pretty good. It's some jokes. It definitely is not like a comedic or somewhat that's the genre, but they do have some jokes, and the jokes are pretty good jokes. But I think again there's that things where that lizard is afraid to take ice and so on. So it's a lot of like those, like all the time. It's really really good quality scenes and details and like all the surrounding, the scenery and so on. I think that's again there what this anime is gonna be. It's a huge anime probably, hopefully, but I think so because it's easy to just like it just from like its presentation alone for anyone, even without being into anime, right, and not being into like specifically this kind of story. So because this is like a AAA kind of quality. I think that really really feels true. Some other good scenes. I liked Annie how she handled Alias. The only thing I didn't like the episode was how she was like kind of ignoring her daughter. That was the only thing I didn't like the episode. Angelica's daughter is like, "Oh, mom, you promised to help me with this." No, go away, kid. Yeah, I didn't like that. It's kind of like, yeah, whatever. Go and do your own room. Yeah, that was like the weird scene. Didn't do that much. Probably the only scene I didn't like. Yeah. And of course, anti-dragon rights. What does that mean? I don't know, but it fits very facility. I don't want to say it's cliche because obviously you have to have dragons. It's fantasy, it's magic, but it was kind of like, yeah, of course, dragons. But still, that being said, though, I liked a lot. There's already happening in episode 2 here. But the only thing I didn't like episode 1 was that there was no antagonist, right? So again, that's what I say again here. I think that's really good here. That we also know have some kind of like bad guy. Instead of have to be a big bad guy, because in the preview she has to be befriending the dragon like a minute. So I don't have to be like this massive bad guy. But the anime needs some conflict, right? And she needs to learn to use magic, so as you saw as well. And of course she's extremely talented. And yeah, don't trust water fairies either. Never trust fairies. So don't trust spirits. Like, don't trust them. You know they're gonna be mischievous. But I don't know, I think it's a really good episode, and I think that again this anime probably will be big in the just generally outside of anime. Probably, I hope so. I think so. Yeah, like this episode just really brings a lot of good stuff to the table.